In this video, let's see the difference between type 1 error and the type 2 error. We can have only two types of decisions: retain the null hypothesis or reject the null hypothesis. You cannot pick up both in the same time. And here are statements about the reality. We cannot change the reality. Or the null hypothesis is true, or the alternative hypothesis is true. They cannot be true at the same time. When the null hypothesis is true, what's the right decision to take? Retain the null hypothesis. And when the alternative hypothesis is true, what's the right decision? Reject the null hypothesis. What happens when the null hypothesis is true, but you go and you reject the null hypothesis? You commit the type 1 error. It is well known as alpha, or level of significance. What happens when the alternative hypothesis is true, but you go and you retain the null hypothesis? You commit the type 2 error that is known as beta. When a jury convicts an innocent, what type of error the jury commits? This is a terrible decision to send the innocent to the jail. In the modern legal system, one is considered innocent until proven guilt. The status quo is that you are innocent. The prosecutor has to prove that you commit the crime. Therefore, sending an innocent to the jail, it's a type 1 error. Could we design a legal system that never commit type 1 error, that you never send an innocent to the jail? If you never want to commit type 1 error, this is simple. Always you must retain the null hypothesis. The problem of this approach is that you maximize type 2 error. That means you never send the criminals to the jail as well. That's why in statistics we work with alpha 5%. We tolerate 5% of type 1 error. If you want a 0 type 1 error, you are going to have the maximum of type 2 error. In medicine, type 1 error is known as false positive, and type 2 error is known as false negative. Medicine is the opposite of legal system. Medicine wants to minimize false negative. The consequence is the false positive is maximized. That's why it's quite common to receive a test that you have the disease, you have the cancer, you have HIV, but in reality you don't have any disease. Note that in medicine, the social cost of commit type 2 error is too big. Imagine a person with HIV or coronavirus, and then you tell this person you don't have a disease. It's a big social problem.